we saw Fantastic Four, babies.
Yes, Fantastic Four, which is another one that we've been anxiously...
Sorry, the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yes. We have anxiously been waiting for since it was announced many, many moons ago.
Yes. But it's here, and we're going to talk about it.
I herald the beginning of this segment. I herald the end of the Superman segment. I herald Fantastic Four First Steps.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jesus.
Why would I say that?
Anyway, yeah, just some overall thoughts. I really like this movie.
Shocking, John.
No. I really liked it.
Not really.
Not really. It doesn't go that far just yet.
And you know what? And I think I have to agree with you, especially...
Shocker, John. Fuck you. Fuck you, bro. Sorry.
I also think, okay. If Fantastic Four had come out before Superman, would my opinion of it be different?
That is very possible.
I think it is very possible. Superman was so good and was a week before, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? I thought it was a week.
You're just crazy.
I lost a bunch of time because I was sick because someone got me sick and it wasn't my fault. It was your fault.
I don't know who did that.
Yeah. I will say I never watched any of the other Fantastic Four movies. No.
I don't think you need to.
You could say that makes me unprepared and like I don't have the prior knowledge necessary to fully and accurately critique this iteration of it. Or you could say that means I'm coming in with a very fresh perspective because I don't know anything that's come before. I'll let you make that determination. I said for Superman that James Gunn has a knack for dropping you into a world that's been established outside of what we have viewed.
Right.
Something that feels lived in that we've never seen before. I think Fantastic Four struggled a little bit because I still think that it was a really good movie. A solid movie. I think it's something that Marvel needed to do well, and they did it well. But I felt like we jumped into this like year 2 Fantastic Four, and I found myself missing. I wish we had more establishing sets, or not sets.
Like set pieces, like action set pieces.
Yeah. Set pieces. We have this montage of basically them like.
They give us the origin.
They give us the origin in a short montage, including like their first few battles, like notable battles. I almost wish that one of those notable battles, we jumped in to that.
Right.
Instead of jumping in to Sue finding out she was pregnant.
Right.
I just wish we had a little bit more time before that because Sue finding out that she's pregnant is the catalyst for everything, like the entire main story.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I wish we had a little bit more establishing stuff before we got to that point.
Yeah, I think I agree. So when I walked out of the theater, this is what I'm going to use your word. It's not that I necessarily had this strong feeling toward it, but I was struggling with trying to understand how I could love so much about the movie, but still feel like something was missing.
Right.
Like, because I really like this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would say that I love it, but I do really enjoy it. And there's a lot to love about this movie. The cast is phenomenal.
Yes.
And they work off of each other so well. Like you feel the family dynamic. Like,
and I do think without the chemistry from the cast, and not just Vanessa and Pedro Pascal, the chemistry of all 4 of them together.
Yes.
Without that, I think I don't feel like they were established as like a family unit well before we jumped in.
Right.
That would have been way worse.
Right.
I think they relied on that chemistry to jump forward.
Right. So the cast is phenomenal. Has one of my favorite movie scores of the year, but also just any Marvel property in general. This score, like I can't get over how much I love it. I love the Fantastic Four theme, but just how they really utilize it's very Disney. It's very Tomorrowland, like retro futurism, even in the music. It's so cool. It's epic. It's whimsical. I love it. Aesthetically, Matt Shackman has just captured such this cool universe that's, again, really leaning into the retro futurism of it all. And the special effects. I thought all the special effects, to me, I thought looked awesome. I thought the way that their powers worked were captured really well and were done really well. So again, all these things to love about the movie. I think they jumped right into that main catalyst of the movie, which is Sue is pregnant. They have this child. This child's important. They run with that, and it's go, go, go. Mm-hmm. And the movie is one of the shortest in the Marvel movies in the last few years. Now, far be it from me to ever suggest this. I think the movie, had they given themselves an extra 15, 20 minutes to establish some more, either another action set piece or a little bit more story, just establishing this family together, I think could have benefited the movie in a major, major way. I think the way I described it to a buddy of mine, I think they trimmed off a little too much of the meat when they were trimming off the fat of this movie. There's the John Malkovich character, which is completely cut from the movie. And we see a little bit of what they had filmed for that big action sequence. But yeah, and I think maybe seeing more of their powers in action, seeing them work as a unit more, could have pushed it to the next level. But because listen, the stakes in this movie are very, very high.
I was stressed for a lot of this film.
Very stressful. I think, what'd you call it? You called it Fantastic Four, the trolley paradox.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And that's kind of what the movie is. But again, we don't see superheroes put in that position a lot. So it's cool to see it. And the entire time, these characters, while a loving family to one another, they're each flawed, especially Reed Richards. So the resolution of this movie, I still feel like is an important piece of the puzzle going forward, because somewhere he fucked someone else over.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was telling John, I was like, they flushed Galactus down the toilet, and he ended up in someone else's fucking sewer, and they're just like, oh, thank God that's not us anymore.
Right. That's someone else's problem.
Someone else's problem. And whose problem will it be? Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. But
yeah, I just feel like because we had the benefit of not being in the sacred timeline universe, 626.
Yeah.
616, 616, 626 is Stitch.
Jonathan, when I was in the theater, I was like, okay, because we're in
616.
What was Fantastic Four in?
828.
828. And in my head, I'm like trying to remember what we were on, because I couldn't remember if it was like 109999 or whatever.
Well, that's maybe 616 is okay, I'm gonna sound like a fucking nerd. 616 is technically the comic book universe,
right?
So the MCU universe being 616 is technically not correct.
It's the 10999.
But the Spider-Verse movies, they placed us in that universe.
Yeah.
We're led to believe. So it just depends on, but as far as the MCU canon, they did place us in 616.
Okay.
So for purposes of this, we have to say 616, although in like, it's actually 616 is comics, but whatever, it's fine.
Well, I was trying to think of which one it was, and I in my head was also 626, and I was like, I think that's just Stitch. Like,
yeah,
I
that's
don't
just
think
Stitch.
I don't think they made it. Maybe they did it on purpose. They love Stitch. Who doesn't? He's all the fuck over everything else. All
Earth
the time.
626, all of them are Stitch. Stitch, Spider-Man, Spider Stitch, Iron Stitch,
Stitcherman,
Stitch Thanos. Anyway.
We can't be giving Disney any more ideas. They already put Stitch in fucking
Oh, they've
everything.
already done it. Are you kidding me?
They've already done it.
So, all that to say.
It felt very freeing not being in the fucking
But
sacred
that's why I
timeline.
think we could have spent a little bit more time on something else in there because we didn't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah.
So anyway, I agree that's the one thing that kept it from being like
an A+.
An A+. Which, I mean, that said, this is still a really good movie. It is still a very fun time. It feels like a summer Marvel movie, which is, It feels a lot like, and depending on who you are, this could be very high praise. This feels a lot like a Phase 1 movie, and I mean that in the best way possible. Just like this new exciting world, these complex characters, and just high stakes through it all. And I think that's a really sweet spot for Marvel to be in, because we're barreling toward, in the next few years, a hard reset of the MCU. Like, it's inevitable.
They've already mentioned it, haven't they?
They've already mentioned it recently. Like Kevin Feige in an interview recently mentioned that like they're gonna reboot the MCU eventually. So as we're heading to that point, I think this is a really fun way to like start establishing. Also, think of the future of how maybe we can get like a Punisher feature film one day that is like it's on a separate Earth somewhere. You don't have to worry about connecting them, and it can be as hard rated R as they want it to be.
Yeah.
I had to really stop myself from saying hard R.
Yeah, that means something else. That means something else.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was the only place they really shot themselves in the foot, is whatever those last little bit of cuts they made to the movie.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to see if they put out like a
director's cut.
A Shackman cut.
God, release the Shackman cut.
Release the Shackman cut. Because I want to. And there's stuff in the trailers, like that whole welcome to
like the
our
walkthrough.
home. Yeah, like that was the entire teaser. Yeah. What the fuck happened with and if they were just like, oh well, this is just teaser footage, like we filmed this specifically for to be with the teaser, like that was the only intention for it, but it's clearly not the thing. So I'm just very interested to see like what was the plan, like what all did you guys have in mind that got cut to make this under 2 hours, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm really interested to see, maybe one day we can get like the deleted scenes and stuff like that on Disney Plus.
Hopefully. Now I know we mentioned before that the cast, I mean, they really do shine through this entire movie. Pedro Pascal, who plays Reed Richards, is like, oh man, he is the perfect actor to play Reed Richards. And I'm going to tell you why. I know a lot of people were bummed for whatever fucking reason. The internet decided one day, hey, some of us are going to hate Pedro Pascal for being in everything.
I'm not complaining.
So Reed Richards is famously a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So I think we just had someone who was like, not just, but we had someone who's charismatic, bit of a dick, super smart with Tony Stark for years and years and years and years. Mm-hmm. Someone who constantly tried to do the right thing and it fucked them over. So there's already and I think this was intentional, them keeping that, you know, with Reed Richards being the smartest man alive, essentially, and constantly trying to think of ways to prevent disaster. I think that someone who's that neurotic works with someone like Pedro Pascal because he is inherently such like a kind individual, and he makes this character seem, again, the theme of humanity, more human, right? Yeah. I know you related to that sentiment he spoke in the movie.
Guys, Reed Richards in this film is very OCD coded. Coded, CODED. Yes. Not COATED. Well, I don't
He's
even know what that
OCD goated, bros.
like him being like, in my head, I think of the worst possible things that could ever happen, and then I have to try to figure my way out of them before they even happen.
Yeah.
Hello. If you've never had an anxiety disorder, that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
And being so focused on being like the most analytically like correct and efficient
Yeah.
emotions out of it, that's so me.
Yeah.
And I do struggle with that, and I do seek help for it in therapy, and you should too if you are experiencing that. But like you said, Pedro Pascal's the perfect person to play that character. One, because he famously has anxiety, as everyone likes to clown him about. Whatever, fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
But he is just so, like you said, he's such a kind person, and you know he's kind, and he looks kind.
Yeah.
And Reed is supposed to be so overwhelmed every time he sees his family with guilt
Yeah.
and grief, that because he blames himself for all of their lives being changed, and
Right.
some of them being like fucked. So for him to like, he's just the perfect person to be analytical and like so process minded, and so like in a way where it could come off as being a dick.
Right.
But because he also plays that guilt so well, and he's still like kind and loving, it doesn't come off as him being just a giant dick all the time.
There's a scene in the movie, again, spoilers, after the big battle, you know, Sue Storm is lying in the middle of the street, and Reed Richards is trying to revive her, and you know, he's emotional, he's crying, and he's holding her, and like, it's a tense scene, don't get me wrong, they're performing very well, but I'm watching Pedro Pascal, and I'm like, I feel my eyes start to water up because I'm just watching him, and I'm like, I leaned over to you after the movie, and I'm like, I don't know what it is about him as an actor that like every time I see him cry, it makes me want to cry.
And he's crying in everything he's
I mean,
in.
he cries
all the time.
But like,
but yeah, he's good at that.
but I think it's that when you mention it's like, it's because he has kind eyes. I'm like, oh my God, I think you're right. Like you feel like pain there when someone who's, especially like, not to like be judgmental of people in general, but like if someone's crying over something stupid, like, I don't know, take your fucking pick.
Like when kids cry over stupid shit, I'm like, hey, shut up.
Like that's not going to work on me.
No,
but like when someone's like in deep hurt, like you feel for them, right? Just the perfect actor to play this character. We also see little hints of him doing some very Tony Stark type things, you know, over policing and
he has his
trying to put a armor around the world, right?
Flying up. And it's like, again, even when Tony Stark did it, I'm like, I get it. I get that desire.
But just to go over a couple of other characters here. We talked about this. I loved how they used Johnny Storm in this.
Yes.
It would have been so easy to recycle and rehash what Chris Evans and Michael Chiklis did in the first two Fantastic Four movies, where they were just kind of like fighting all the time and like big brother, little brother sort of thing. And they had them teasing a little bit, but they were very much like best friends. Like, but Johnny in this, yes, they kept that little flirtatious womanizer personality, like, but that wasn't his defining trait.
Yeah.
They made him like a bit of an overlooked character mind in the group of them. Mm-hmm. He like redeems himself in their, like, it was just so cool how they used him.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've never seen any of the Fantastic Four movies, so I was always confused, like, why is he here? Why is this tag-along little brother here? This movie made his inclusion like make a little bit more sense, because he's not just Sue's little brother, and that's why he's part of the Fantastic Four. He also is one of the smartest people that Reed knew, so that's why he was included in this whole thing to begin with. And yeah, like, he's the one that figures out all of Shalabal. He translates Shalabal's home language and then learns it.
Yeah.
Okay. I also enjoyed that he was never shirtless. Thank you. And just a different play on a ladies' man. I remember when he was cast, and every fucking dude was like, he's not even hot enough. And I'm like, first of all, did you miss all the Stranger Things shit? Like, the girlies were going fucking crazy over him when he had that fuck ass wig. And you don't think that he can, like, pull women? You're crazy. And I think he is very attractive.
He's a good looking dude.
So it was like believable that you didn't need to beat it over like the audience's head over and over again. Like, he's a womanizer. He loves to flirt. We saw him flirt with one person.
Right.
She was silver and metal. And I just like that. Again, it was another thing where it's like, because of who you cast, I can see that this character is charismatic and can be flirty. You don't have to even show me him flirting with anyone.
Right.
I get it because he's that good of an actor.
Yeah.
And yeah, so because of that, because it wasn't an overt like flirty for flirty's sake kind of character. That's like, that to me seems so early 2000s.
Right.
Like, we're so past that. That I think he fit in my head. It made way more sense why he was around.
Yeah.
Than my idea. I mean, again, and then I didn't see those movies, but my idea of Johnny Storm from those movies.
Right. And Joseph Quinn, maybe it's a little bit of the Eddie Munson I'm thinking of, but also the way they use Johnny in this movie. He's just so easy to root for. Like, I think everyone has felt overlooked and underestimated at points.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's got these incredible abilities to, fly and be on fire and control fire and shit. Like, that's so cool.
He sucked the fire.
But when you're in the room with other
the smartest
incredible
person
people
in the world and your older sister,
it's like, it's easy to feel overlooked. And I feel like everyone has maybe felt that way before. So it's just so easy to root for him. Mm-hmm. And again, I really loved his relationship with Ben in this movie. Ben, I found myself relating to on a level that I wasn't expecting. So I think I'm a little biased towards Ben, the Thing, right now. It's like growing up, not to make this a big sad story or anything, but like, I've been teased, about, my appearance and stuff before. So like, I got that. Mm-hmm. But also I've also always been like a very optimistic and like chipper person. And so seeing him like navigate through his old neighborhood and still being like friendly, that scene where he is like talking with the kids and like they want to pick up the car, I looked at you because I was like, if I had those abilities,
that's you.
I would do the same fucking thing.
For sure.
So yeah, and just seeing how he still wants human things, he has a little bit of a love interest in the movie, and he's like, we don't really know where that goes. Although he gets a little rizzed up at the end. He's like,
with his beard.
I came to see you, shorty, and I'm like, oh shit, my dude. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed. He was just so caring in the movie too. Like, he was always holding the baby. He was reading the baby books. Mm-hmm. He was consoling Reed over Reed's guilt. Like, he just seemed like a good guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like this guy. I like the cut of his jib.
I also like that we got to they didn't put this character because of the real life connections between Delancey Street and Yancey Street. Mm-hmm. I like that we didn't lose like the Jewishness of the character either, because that would have been so easy for them to just like,
from the black and white cookies to going into the
black and white cookies.
Place of worship.
Like, hang on. The Natasha Lyonne, I was like, hang on.
Love that she was there.
Didn't know she was going to
put her in everything. I love her.
Put her in everything. She's so great. But yeah, that would have been so easy for them to be like, oh, well, she just teaches at a school and he just went to a bakery and they got together in a recreation center. I like that they kept that. Like, it seemed that that's really important to the comic book, the writers of the comic books, and the character. So I'm glad that they continued that through and didn't.
Yeah. And then apparently the strongest member of this whole fucking group, Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby killing it in this
Crazy.
movie.
And I mentioned to you, people were not necessarily giving her shit for her cunty face when she was doing the the force field, but she was not afraid to look like I said before ugly. That's not the right word because she's
Right.
obviously
She was
not
making
ugly.
faces.
But like her like the blood vessels in her eyes were popping when she was giving birth because she's fucking giving birth.
Yeah.
And then at the end when she was single-handedly pushing Galactus towards that portal, like she looked like physically in it, which I assume is very hard to do as an actor because you're not actually pushing anything. So I like that we did get to see those moments of her, like she's not just looking perfect and beautiful the whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I said it before, like the true heroes of this movie, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, are mothers, women
absolutely.
scorned. Yeah, that I loved that Sue was the strongest, like very clearly the strongest member.
Or she was the one that went and talked to she shows it twice in the movie. She's the one who went and talked to the angry mob in front of the Future Foundation, the Baxter building, and with baby in hand, and was like, "Hey, listen, I get that y'all are scared. I get y'all are upset.
But look at this face.
I'm not sacrificing my baby for you, but I'm also not sacrificing you for my baby." So like,
and that's like, so again, I only know what I've seen, like social osmosis or whatever from the first ones. I remember the Sue Storm, her like being naked thing.
Yeah.
Like that's my memory of how Sue Storm was treated.
How far we've come.
Sue Storm in this movie was the like politician, the diplomat. She was the one that brokered the deal with Subterranea. She saved everyone's life by being able to evacuate them.
Yeah.
She was the one.
She's truly the glue of the Fantastic Four.
Truly like Reed was crying in a corner because he felt bad, and I get that, and he's like trying to think of X, Y, and Z, and she was like, okay, like I'm pregnant, and now I'm a new mom, and we need to figure this shit out. Right. So let's do it. I'll figure it out then. Yeah. And she was like, let me just push this bitch, I guess.
Yeah. And then
she fucking died.
And then she shows it again where she's pretty much soloing Galactus in this fucking big battle, which was, I was like, I didn't know she was about that life.
I had no clue, and I'm so glad.
So, and that's the last thing I want to talk about, those two set pieces, because it also highlights those two characters. So we get this, one of the best chase scenes in the MCU and just in recent memory, the scene where they're escaping Galactus's ship, after he's like, "Give me your baby," and they're like, "Fuck you, man." And they have this really crazy scene to get out of the ship, but also with the Silver Surfer, Shia LaBeouf. Remind me the actor who plays Shia LaBeouf.
Ooh.
Julia Garner. Excuse me. So Julia Garner, who does I did it again. Who does an amazing job in this movie. Curse my limited vocabulary. They have this really, really tense scene because what happens right before is basically Sue's going into labor.
Yeah.
So again, stakes are very high. They want her baby. Her baby is about to be born. She can fucking phase through matter and surf through space, and it's a really cool scene that ends on a really emotional note with the birth of Franklin Richards. And this is another example of that really shows how everyone else needs to be used in the group, how everyone can be useful. Didn't really showcase their powers as much. That's okay. But this is a really great scene for Sue and Reed, because Reed's trying to like console his wife who's giving birth.
Yeah.
But also like,
he's also like, we have to slingshot around a star or whatever.
Right. This was a really, really cool scene. Yeah. I did really, really like this particular moment in the movie.
I also think that the chase scene helps because the Silver Surfer seems like why a surfboard? You know what I mean?
Right.
And now, like, that through that chase sequence, I was like, okay,
Right.
that's why it's a surfboard.
Surfboard.
Surfboard. She's surfing the
cosmos.
Well, yes.
But it also gives us an idea of the fucking scale of Galactus.
That was
holy shit. That was
so
awesome.
Well done.
Yeah.
Everything with Galactus, and I feel like portraying his scale was really well done.
Yeah.
And I do think am I crazy? Does he change sizes?
I think
does
in
he
the
have that
comics
ability?
he has before. I don't think he changed sizes here.
Okay.
He's just a
big bitch.
A big bitch. And I like that they kind of, the movie doesn't explicitly say it, but you know, they basically grind up planets into fucking lava goo for him to drink up.
Yeah, smoothies. And he doesn't even drink them. He gets it pumped into his back. You know? What the fuck?
I did like the big battle with Galactus at the end. And again, it does showcase their powers and their abilities really well. But it's also like, man, what a bad guy to do it with, because they really can't do much to fuck with him.
Like, yeah, again, Sue at the end was really like the heavy hitter. Because what the fuck? That's why I wish we had gotten a separate earlier scene with them actually able to kick someone's ass.
Right.
Because they can't kick that guy's ass.
Yeah. But it was
still good.
A thrilling scene nonetheless. Again, this whole movie really does take you on a ride. Much like how Crypto was my favorite in Superman. Herbie. Loved Herbie. Loved everything about him.
Herbie was great.
And then of course we have our post-credit scene. We are teased with the man, the myth, the legend, Doom.
Yeah.
Who is on the horizon.
And we don't know which Doom, because it could be
there's one Doom.
Well,
there's one Doom.
Is Doctor Doom like a Nexus being where there's like only one of him in everything?
I don't think so. But I mean, maybe. Fuck, I don't know.
Because I mean,
I guess I don't know.
It could have been a different Doom, a different universe's Doom. It probably. I mean, it's probably not. But I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how that whole thing's gonna play. And I will say that you call Doctor Doom being.
Oh, I figured. I wasn't sure how they would show him, and it really was more of a tease. He was there, but we didn't see like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
That we know of.
And also, like, how did he get there? How did he get in?
So, but we know Avengers Doomsday is next year, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Next December.
Oh god. Doesn't feel like enough time.
Well, so we know that we'll see the Fantastic Four in that film. But yeah, overall, again, I really enjoyed this movie. I do wish, again, I agree. I think just a little more. My only problem with it is I didn't get enough of it.
Yes.
So that's, again, very good problem to have.
Yeah.
In terms of you're doing something right. I just want more of it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that has been Fantastic Four.
Yeah. It was a good couple of weeks movie wise. Again, this is like, we haven't been to the movies this frequently in a very long time. And
I just hope that these two companies, now that we have that like healthy competition, like I hope they just make each other better.
Yeah.
Because then we as fans,
free market economy.
Yeah. We as fans end up winning. So it doesn't work for everything in life, but you know what? In this case, when it comes to art, I do think maybe it can help. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you're not already, please follow us on all of the various social medias. Check out Ringside wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you're following us wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You can actually watch this podcast. Or just have it on in the fucking background. I don't know. I don't care.
Whatever you want to do.
And if you're not, please go ahead and follow us on specifically TikTok and Twitch. We do our live streams for most PLEs, unless we're like out of town or something.
Yeah, that's
but no, we do our pre-preview show, which is a live stream where we discuss the upcoming WWE PLEs. So I don't know.
Just practicing.
So make sure you're following us there. That way you can talk up and down the card with us. We answer questions, we make predictions, and engage with you guys in the chat. So yeah.
Let us know which one you liked better in the comments. Are you a Fantastic Four whore or a super fan? I came up with that just on the spot.
That's pretty good. It's
in
very
my
Tony Storm.
What?
Because whenever she comes out, I know we're
the third Storm sibling, Tony.
No, Tony Storm the wrestler.
I know.
Oh, anyway, She comes out. She'll always say, "This whore you adore."
She's so good. I'm so proud of her.
So when you're, well, if you're a Fantastic Four whore. Anyway, we're gonna leave y'all with that one. Let us know if you're a Fantastic Four whore or a super fan.